Morning, boys and girls. Today is Tuesday, and we are continuing our reading with our target. Readers identify the main topic of a multi paragraph text, as well as the focus of specific paragraphs within the text. I started reading The Pilgrims of Plymouth yesterday, and I did the first few pages for you, which were identifying the main topic of that passage. Okay. So, just as a review, in the beginning, we read about the pilgrims came from England. They immigrated from England because King James was a ruler and they didn't want to worship how King James did. So they decided to come to America so they could worship the Bible, and others came to find wealth, to get rich. Okay, let me try it this way. Okay, then I stated the main idea here, where it was a dangerous journey with rough seas and weather. Okay, so we're taking the entire passage and basically, what was the whole passage about? That's the main topic. Okay, on this side, the voyage went off course. It landed in New England, not Virginia, as expected. They signed laws. When they settled, you have to have laws or things are going to get out of control. So the pilgrims signed laws as to how they would behave on the land. Okay. And then today we're going to start now. All right. So here we go. Let's continue. Mhm. We took the shallop, our small sailing vessel, ashore to be repaired by the Mayflower's carpenter. Its sides had sprung and its seams needed caulking, but it had served well as sleeping quarters on our voyage. Some of the men, laden with armor, rowed to shore in the ship's longboat to explore, and the women bundled up laundry and went ashore too for a morning of washing. Indeed, they washed with pleasure on that Monday after being over many days at sea. They probably were really stinky, right? No place to shower for months on the Mayflower. But it seemed as though the land offered nothing. It was a hideous and desolate wilderness, full of wild beasts and wild men. Aye, but it did give us one great gift, a strange Indian seed of many colors, stored in baskets under mounds of the earth. Corn seed. We desperately needed that corn seed and we took it. Later, we would pay the Indians for our gift. And wanting to remember that place forever, we named it Cornhill. From thence too, we took back juniper, which we burnt on the shipboard to ease the now stinking smell. Juniper is an herb and it smells really good. So they used it as like an air freshener on the Mayflower to get the stink out. After days on shore, the men returned to find a new healthy baby aboard the Mayflower. Mistress White had given birth to a boy child named Peregrine White. Okay. I want you to tell me the main topic of that. Okay. You're going to write that down, number your page in your notebook. You could put page 8 and then just write a quick sentence. What was the main topic of what I just read? Okay. During morning meeting, we're also going to talk about more comprehension with this book. Okay. Like, what do certain phrases mean? What is the author trying to tell us? Okay, I'm not going to read my main topic because I want you to do it. Okay, so that's page 8. Now you can label your paper page 9 and 10, and then I'm going to read and you'll write the main topic. Okay. Down the bay side of the Cape, some of our brave men sailed in the now fit shallop. Okay, they fixed it, remember, looking for a safe place and a deep harbor for our ship and a place to pitch our dwellings. Plymouth seemed a goodly place, so the Mayflower followed. December 16th, winter was upon us. Looking aland, we saw scrub trees and great trees growing down to the brink of the sea, and on the hills were large cornfields, stubbly with age, And by God's grace, when we explored, we found a very sweet brook and plentiful springs nearby. And no Indian greeted us yet. Our good fortune increased, for in the woods were wild fowl, hare, deer, nuts, berries, and the sea was abundant with fish. The sassafras tree, with root bark so valued in England as medicine, also grew here. Though ill and exhausted, we were ready to begin our lives at New Plymouth in this strange and hard land. We set to work. Okay, what was that? These two paragraphs about? You could press pause and go ahead and write what the main topic was. Don't look at mine! Okay. On Christmas Day, we started building the common house for the benefit of all. Some men cut trees, others carried them to the clearing, and those who were skilled sawed logs, shaping them for building purposes. The young folks scouted the shore for roof thatch reeds. It was very hard work. Okay, so imagine instead of you going to school, you're going into the woods to bring huge palm fronds or leaves for shelter on a roof. Our common house turned into the likes of a hospital. There were many sicknesses about. We took care of each other. Those still well enough struggled to put up dwelling houses and shelters, but the ground was frozen and our hands and feet were bitter cold. Here in America, there were no friends to welcome us, nor inns to entertain or refresh our weather-beaten bodies, which became even weaker with coughs and fever. The general sickness was upon us. Okay, so you label in your composition book, page 12. What was the main topic of this paragraph? Just like a sentence or two. That's all Miss Benito has, okay? When you're restating the topic, it's almost like you're summarizing. What were the main points that I just read, okay? Okay, got one more. You could label 1415. Okay. Half our community died that first winter, including our governor, John Carver, and little Oceanus, who was born on the Mayflower. Of the survivors, scarce 50 in number, okay, so it's not a lot, over half of the 50 were children. We elected William Bradford for our new governor and looked ahead. In April, the Mayflower returned to England with only the crew. Though we could have sailed home, we chose to remain in America. It was a frightening beginning, but it was God's will. Okay. Go ahead and just write a sentence in your composition book, the main topic. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to continue this book where we're going to continue as readers to identify the main topic. Okay, so we'll keep reading. All right. Go ahead and get to work, and thank you.